welcome to the program, Miss Vicki Emig. She is the new bigwig of this Rush Racing Series. Miss Vicki.
Yes. How are you?
Oh, we've got a barn burner of a show tonight. Track champions from coast to coast coming on, but you guys have tremendous news in the Northeast. Tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Well, here about a week or so ago, Mike Leone and myself have launched the new Rush Dirt Late Model Racing Series up here in the Northeast, obviously to hopefully further develop crate late model racing up here in the Northeast, maybe to the next level, we hope.
Now, it's been documented that you guys used to be the two people in charge of the Fast Track Northeast. There's been a parting of the ways, and now you fall under the Nesmith, the Crate Racing USA umbrella. Talk about how the two sister organizations are going to be working together.
Well, what we have done is we will operate as an independent entity here in the Northeast, but, looking at where we would like to have our future, Mike and I chose to align ourselves with or form an allegiance with Mike Vaughn in the Nesmith Series in the South. We think by joining both entities together and, both can develop and grow together because of the numbers, Now,
you were on the show earlier in the year, and for the listeners out there that may not have heard that show, talk about some of the things that you guys are doing that's unique to your area and to your series.
Well, we've always, being a promoter of a racetrack, Mercer Raceway Park, for 11 years, I learned very quickly that we could not at the Speedway, nor do we anymore here in the Northeast with our crate late model schedule, just put out a slate of events. We have always tried now to put events around our events. We were blessed in the past 2 years to be able to put on a 5-night speed week. Sweeney Chevrolet, which was our former sponsor, did give away a $5,000 motor. I did put together a $30,000 manufacturer's night for our racers last year, and just a lot of different promotions and events around our events, which certainly did help drive our car counts last year in this region.
Now, and you guys have a tremendous amount of talent up there because, I mean, if anybody keeps track of our sport, we know that your guys were coming down here and taking some of Stan's money back up there. So talk about some of the up-and-coming talent and the current talent you guys have.
Well, it's just such an unbelievable situation here in the Northeast. We run so deep with young talent. I sometimes laugh that some of our elderly people now are statesmen in our division, or the Max Blairs and the Mike Pegers and calibers of drivers like that, and they're only in their very early or mid-20s. And look at the accomplishments that they've already had. And then you step on down and you got people like Ryan Montgomery and Chad Wright. I mean, it's just, we actually had so much young talent in our area that we actually formed what we called a Futures Cup, which was a separate point fund that we pulled aside just for the kids that were 19 and younger, just to showcase them and their amazing talent. So coupling that with the likes of, Max and Peger and Joe Martin and guys like that, I mean, I think we got a very long and rich future here for the things that these guys are going to do.
Now, we're going to have, later in the program, we have Nico DeBecco coming on. Now, he was your guys' Future Cup champion, right?
Yeah, he's a very good example. Nico, just a young guy there that, that has raced the last couple years, done a real good job, but just suddenly this year, you can just see that when they start to come of their own and really start taking hold and understanding the whole car and coming together with that, and he's a perfect example of what we're so proud of up here in the Northeast.
All right, well, since we got you here, and a part of what you guys do, you and Mike are some of the best marketing minds in the business. Tell us about your color magazine that you put out that is available for people to buy ads in.
Well, yeah, that's something that we did start a couple years ago, just something else that we've brought around the series that, showcases what we try to do and what crate late model racing is all about. And actually we put together, I think it's almost like a 130-page, what we call fan guide and driver's handbook, and it's just full of photographs and stories and color photographs, and has really become a good tool for our speedways to market these drivers and make them better known to the fans, and we give a lot of those out free of charge, so these people can take these home and start reading about these guys and understanding what crate late model racing is all about.
Well, now down here in the South, we have the touring series for Nesmith, the weekly series. We've just come up with the bomber series, street stock series. What are the different series that you guys are going to run in this Rush series?
Well, what we've done is we've basically developed, or what we have is what we're calling a regional weekly championship up here, which is going to be around a $25,000 point fund that will look at the racers' best 15 finishes from April through September, basically paying $5,000 to win down 30 positions. That could have been a $35,000 point fund, but we broke $10,000 of that out, and Mike Leone came up with a concept that we call our Summer Chase program. And we kind of designed that because come mid-July through the end of August, a lot of times car counts in all divisions will wane a bit, because of money and just the time of year that it is. So basically what this Chase program is if a driver is in the top 10 of any of our Rush-sanctioned speedways here in the Northeast come July 1st, he will be able to be thrown into this Chase program, and then basically their points recalculate to zero, and they start racing again over the next 9-week period, and that is a $10,000 point fund, $3,000 to win down 10 positions. Those finishes will still dump into the regional weekly championship, but again, this could mix some guys up, that were up at the top in the regional weekly, and give some other people a chance to win some good dollars. Plus, hopefully, drive some more car count into our weekly sanctioned speedways when they really do need it the most at the end of summer. On top of that, of course, we will be and have already started to develop our touring series schedule. That we expect, again, will be at least a minimum of 20 races, and that usually is right around a $30,000 point fund. So, we got a lot of cash out there. Our contingency programs are expected to grow this year, and now that we got through the announcement and, every day now we're working on bringing more and more to this Rush series throughout the winter. So who knows what it all entail once spring rolls around.
As new as the announcement is, and it's been a couple weeks now, what is the early interest level in some of the competitors that have known you over the years?
Well, I can say first and foremost that we were very blessed with McKean County Speedway, Sharon Speedway, and Roaring Knob, along with the Cumberland, the Rock, 4 speedways right out of the box, allowing us to utilize their name in our initial press releases being on board. I do have additional meetings here set up with some of the other promoters in the area. I think when it all shakes out, people are going to be very surprised to see the support that we have that we've got with this announcement. And racers, nobody really likes change. Not that we've had any negative remarks whatsoever, but it's different. It's something. Even though people are used to Mike and myself, this is a big change. But I truly believe that the people who know us and have watched what we've done up here and how we've tried to develop this Northeast knows that we would have never ever made this move if we did not believe in the long run it was going to be, could make things better and better for the tracks and the racers, So they might not be saying it, but I think the majority know that Vicki and Mike would have never done something like this if they didn't think it would be good for all of us in the future. So
now your guys are going to be playing under the Nesmith rules, the tire rules, and the whole nine.
Correct. I mean, even though, like we spoke about earlier in the conversation, we now have the flexibility and freedom to operate as an independent entity, but I thought it was important, to align our rules package with Mike and the Nesmith Series because they are so similar, and, it's not going to create any aggravation or big issues for our guys, and it's also going to allow both Mike and myself now, once we get through this little bit of a transition, to put our heads together to start really, really creating some nice concepts for both his racers and ours. And, change is always scary, but, while you're scared, we've been very excited at the same time because, we're just really looking forward to working and aligning with Mike, and I think he with us, and we're just excited to see what's going to happen here.
And another announcement, me and you kind of talked about today, I think Mike might have put a press release out. I'm going to make my announcement now, is that on Tuesday night, started in mid-January, there'll be a new radio show, and we'll still have In the Dirt, so nobody gets scared. But in addition to In the Dirt, we will have the Race Report powered by Crate Racing USA, and it will encompass not only all the Nesmith Series, but also the new Rush Series and all they encompass. So you are welcome, your tracks are welcome, your fans, your drivers, the promoters, the sponsors are all welcome to join us on the Race Report. So that'll be a new twist for you guys.
Well, that's going to be an awesome opportunity. And again, Mike and I, over the last 6 years, really only focused on building and growing our touring series. But now, that's what's important for people to understand, that we are now our own sanctioning body here and operating as a full-time office to not only, go out there and put a great touring series together, but to provide a service for our racers and our tracks on a daily basis. And what we're also very excited about, of course, is being able to tag our Rush Series with the Powered by Crate Racing USA. I think that's a huge statement in how serious Mike and I are about, forming this alliance.
Well, Miss Vicki, before I let you get out here, I want you to give out the website. I know it's under construction, but give out the website so people can keep track of you, and also any of the sponsors who are on board for 2013.
Absolutely. Our new email address is info@rushracingseries.com. As you said, we are in the midst of starting to design our new website. We do have our logo ready to unveil here very shortly. We have some real big announcements coming about some sponsorship. We've just been kind of waiting for those pieces to fall in place. Everything, there was just so much to get out there and start developing. And but for right now, they can reach us and email us at that point, and we will make sure that everybody's aware when our new website is up and running.
And, of course, everybody can probably I'm sure we're going to be able to keep track of you at nesmithracing.com also. So I appreciate you coming on, and we're going to be working together. How about that?
Yeah, finally, huh?
Yeah,
We've crossed paths over the last few years, and I said everything happens for a reason. That's my favorite saying in life, and it surely does. And so we're going to see what happens from here on out. And
we'll run into each other this week down at the PRI show, so I'm excited for that too.
Yep, and then we'll be headed on out to IMIS to buckle down and start bringing a lot of great things back here to the Northeast for our racers.
We'll be seeing a lot of each other the next 2 weeks.
That's for sure. Well,
all right, Miss Vicki, I thank you very much for your time this evening, and we will certainly look forward to getting the Race Report powered by Crate Racing USA and involving as many of the Rush Racing Series people as possible.
That's something to surely look forward to. Have a great holiday. We'll see you soon.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Vicki Emig, she is the commish, so to speak, when it comes to the Rush. And that's cool. And hey, Brian, I met the lady through my dealings with Old Man's Garage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's been in the business like 40 years. She's just like on top of her game, and I wanted to do something bad with her because she has a lot of things going on pretty decent, and it just never came to be. And it's just one of them deals where, like she said, things happen for a reason. And now I think that the two are better to help each other than try to go about it without any real guidance and stuff. And they're going to operate on their own. We're just going to kind of help in the promotion. Plus, they're going to run all our rules and such. So, how about it?